You put. Oh, perfect. So I know I haven't met, besides the girls, I know I haven't met quite a few of, oh, sorry, that was my dog. I know I haven't met quite a few of the parents. I'm Rachel. I've been with Fusion for, this will be my 4th year. And I've been with the girls. This is my 2nd year with the girls, or with this age group, I should say. And then I also coach for the sophomore, was at a high school team. I went there as well. So we're just gonna this is an overview of the spring season. We're just gonna kind of run through a bunch of different topics, and feel free to jump in and ask any questions that you might have. Chad, do you kind of want to monitor the chat too, just in case somebody posts anything in there?
Sure.
So we'll do just a quick overview of the player and parent, introductions. So I kind of want everyone to just go around, say their names, say their child names, just so I can also, specifically the parents, put names to the faces, especially when we're in the domes or out and about. I'll just call on you guys. I think that'll just be a little bit easier. Aria, do you guys want to go first?
Sure. This is, let me make sure.
Oh, no.
Did I lose everyone?
Nope, we're good.
Okay, but my screen went blank here. But anyways, Santiku, and this is Arya.
Hi.
Can you see? Yeah, okay. My screen is back again.
Oh, no, you're good. We can see you.
Okay, yeah. Santiku, and this is Arya.
Hi.
And,
Perfect.
Yep.
Christine, do you and Addie want to go next?
Hi, I'm Christine Forbes, and this is Addison, or Addie, as I think everybody else kind of knows her. So nice to see all your faces again.
Hi.
And then we'll go, I'm never going to get your last name. If it's Weiss or Weiss, I will never get it. We'll go with Sydney.
That's okay. It's Weiss, but that's okay. I'm Joni. I'm the mother.
And I'm Sydney.
Perfect. And then we'll go to, looks like Igor.
Hi guys, filling in for Paulina. I'm Paulina's dad. She's doing homework, couldn't attend. Sorry about that.
Oh, no worries, understandable. Chad, we'll go to you next.
Hi, I'm Chad, and I will be the team manager again for this summer. I think it's my 3rd summer and a couple falls in there, so I'm looking forward to it. It's good to see everyone. And next to me is
me,
Paige.
Perfect. All right, so let's go with the Thompsons.
Hey, this is Isabel, and I'm her dad, Keith, and her mom, Kristen. So nice to meet everybody.
Nice to meet you as well. All right, Julia.
Hi, I'm Rob, and this is Julia, the player, and Michelle.
Perfect. Good to see you guys. And then we'll go with Chloe.
I'm Chloe. He's Chris.
Hello.
All right, Angela, we'll go with you.
Hi guys, I'm Angela, Adrina's mom, and unfortunately Adrina's upstairs doing her homework as well. That is due tomorrow morning, so she's filling in.
No worries. All right, let's go with James.
I'm Jim. This is Denise, and then there's Hadley.
Hi, Hadley.
Hi.
She's shy.
No, I'm not.
All right, Maddie.
I'm Dan. Maddie.
Hi.
Perfect. Then we'll go with Wendy.
My name is G, and Gugu and Wendy.
Perfect. Tessa.
I'm Tessa, and my mom's upstairs working, so she couldn't come down.
No worries. And then we'll go with Beth.
I'm Beth Davis, Julie's mom, and Julie is right here.
Hi, Julie.
Hi.
All right, I don't think I missed anyone. Like I said, I know there's a few that aren't here, but the more we get into the spring season, we will have way more contact with each other, especially in person as well. So then I'll get to meet you guys in person. Chad, do you have anything to kind of start it all? I know. Do you have anything to say right now before we get started?
You can go ahead and get started, and I can talk a little bit afterwards just about communication and so forth.
Sounds good. So we'll just quickly run through player and parent expectations. It's pretty much the same as it's been every single year. We expect the players to be on time, dressed and ready. Especially in the winter, we only get an hour every practice, and we've had quite a few show up late, which makes it a little bit difficult, especially for me with planning, which comes to marking your availability on Team Snap, which I know Chad will get more into as well, but making sure just to let me know if you're going to be there or not, just for my planning, especially, and for numbers. And that includes for the scrimmages, which we will get into in just a little bit. Making sure to be dressed and ready. Some of the girls show up without their boots on, and then they'll be a few minutes late, and then it just kind of puts us behind, especially when we only have an hour practice. We do not get much time in the winter. We will start to get more playing time, practices, games, all of that in the spring. But for right now, we are very limited. So just making sure everybody's on time, dressed and ready to go, and then we can get started right away would be very helpful. Parents, specifically for you guys, if you guys have any questions at all or concerns or anything like that, make sure to come to me first. And then if something happens, things progress, your questions aren't answered, whatever it may be, then we would go to our age group coordinator, and then it would go up the chain to Chad Morse. But please come to me first if you have any questions and concerns, and I can do my very best to address them right away. Uniform requirements for any games, anything like that, please make sure you have both the blue and the white. We will have blood jerseys, but we only have one of each color. And I know last year we had quite a few girls who forgot their blood jersey or forgot their alternate jerseys, and it turned into a little bit of a mess. So please, please, please remember to pack both uniforms so we just can eliminate that problem right from the beginning. We do not have a goalie either, officially. I know, Julia, Hadley, people, or some of you guys play goalie part-time, which is great. We do not have a full-time goalie right now. I'm trying to figure that out with Chad, with Chad Morse, if what we can do about that, or else you guys will be playing goalie. So we'll have to figure that out as we go. Especially for this weekend for our scrimmage. So I'll get that figured out, but some of you guys might be playing goalie. So just a heads up there. For March, our practice times on Mondays are changing. So they'll be from 7 to 8 now instead of 5:30 to 6:30. They will still be at the Plymouth Dome. but just the timing changes. So make sure you check Team Snap before March so you don't show up at the wrong time. I'm pretty sure Thursdays are the same, but Mondays did change timing wise. So just make sure you keep an eye on that weekly. This Saturday, do you guys have any questions at all so far? Everyone's good? I know I'm just kind of breezing through. It's pretty much the same stuff as the years have gone on. Our first scrimmage is this weekend on Saturday. Unfortunately, it's at 7 a.m., which was the only time that she had available for any of the weekends. And she emailed me saying that they were going to get there at 6:45 to warm up. So they're not getting there very early to warm up. So I would say let's show up about 20 minutes early. Let's show up at 6:40. That way, I know it's going to be early, but we can get in some warm up, some extra touches, and get started for the game. It is at the Maple Grove Dome. And I'm very directionally challenged, so do not ask me where it is because I will not know unless I get it in my map. My map's on my phone.
Rachel, I did put that in the Team Snap on the calendar, so the address and web link are there.
Oh, perfect. Thank you. We do have another scrimmage as well on March 19th, and that one is at 7 p.m. That is a Saturday. Location, we do not know yet, so just keep an eye out for that, and we'll let you know when we know that further. We have not gotten any summer, spring practice schedules yet, days or times. They normally send out an email and then we'll be able to start to choose those. Most likely will be probably 1 to 2 practices during the week and then probably 1 on the weekend. And we'll also have our games thrown in there as well, which are, it says most games are on Wednesdays and then maybe some Mondays. So we'll update with you when we know that further as well and when those come out.
What league are we playing in?
Oh, shit. We did. Yep. We
changed.
Yeah. Yep. We are doing state. We will be, the games will be released on March 18th. So the schedule will be released. We can go through it and figure out if we do need any games rescheduled. I do have quite a few out-of-state weddings that are unfortunately, of course, between April to June. So unfortunately, I will be out of town and we will just have to adjust with the game schedules from there. And that brings us into our tournaments. So, Chad, we talked through a list and we will also do a voting on this as well, just to kind of get your thoughts, of course, especially money-wise, because some are more expensive than they have been. And we do only have a $1,500 budget, so it's the same budget as last year. The Shakopee Cup, I am out of town for, unfortunately. And that one is May 13th to the 15th. Chad and I talked about doing the Rev It Up tournament, which is May 20th to the 22nd. And that is $500. Sorry, my dog is whining right now. We talked about doing an out-of-state one again as well, June 12th, 10th to the 12th. Oh my goodness. Okay. Which is the Eau Claire one like we did last year, which was super fun for the girls. That same weekend, and like I said, we'll send out emails and votes for all of these. The same weekend is the Selva Woodbury tournament, and then the Tonka Splash tournament, which did go up to $600. So that one is more expensive than it has been in the past. And then the last weekend in June, which again, I am also out of town for, unfortunately, that one is the BV United or going to Duluth. So Chad and I were talking about doing the Rev It Up and then doing either seeing what you guys decided if we wanted to do an out of state one. So if we wanted to go to Eau Claire, or else we could do the Salvo Woodbury one, which is that same weekend. And then also the USA Cups, which are always more expensive. And if that needs to be our third tournament, it would be more expensive out of pocket for each one of you. Chad said it's about $500 and then it's $100 per player. So that is, of course, something that we would have to discuss money-wise, especially since we're only given a $1,500 budget.
And the one thing to note too on that Target USA Cup, it's July 12th through the 16th. So it's a tournament that runs actually during the week. The weekend Target USA Cup is for academy and select teams only.
Yes, so Chad is going to send out an email, and we can talk about it on here as well, what you guys kind of think, but we'll send out an email too, so you guys can vote on which tournaments you guys would be available for and wanting to participate in. If worst comes to worst, if NSC and all those tournaments or those more expensive ones are out, I did bring up to Chad, if you guys do want to do, you know, the BV United or the Shakopee Cup, I just won't be there. And so we would just have to talking to Chad Morris, if one of you guys could coach, if you guys would be willing, which you'd have to go through a whole coaching or the background check stuff first. Or if somebody else can just step in for me for the weekend, since I will be out of state. So those are right now our options. Chad, do you have anything more, or does anybody have anything about the tournaments?
I think the challenge I saw with even the Shakopee Cup being that it was, what was it, the first weekend of May, like the third and the second weekend, 13th through the 15th, that the team would only have had 1 or 2 games under their belt. So it's, you know, early in the season. I know that I think in the past we've tried to sometimes it's better to back end the tournaments and push it as late as we can, just so there's, you know, been more practice, gameplay, so that the team can be as competitive as possible.
Absolutely. Does anybody else have any questions or concerns on the tournaments or scrimmages or game schedules in general? And like I said, once we know more too about the practices and the game schedules, we'll send those out right away and let you guys know. And we'll kind of go through ones that may need to be rescheduled or that whole process. So we'll keep you guys informed as we figure out more ourselves. Yeah, I think that's all I have. Chad.
Yeah, so like Rachel said, I'll go ahead and I'll try to do it this weekend. If not this weekend, next week, is put together some type of a survey that you can complete. I'm thinking that Rev It Up tournament, the May 20th through the 22nd, is probably going to be a given, just because our options are somewhat limited. So it'll be really looking at what we want to do that June 10th through the 12th weekend, whether we want to go to Eau Claire or the Salvo Cup locally here in Woodbury, and then survey out for picking either the USA Cup with an additional cost, or the next option is going to be that third weekend in June where Rachel's out and we would need to find a sub coach. So I'll put a survey together for that. Just a few things on communication. It is going to be Team Snap, as you're all familiar with. I'm very thankful Fusion went back to Team Snap after testing Sports Engine in the fall. Team Snap was definitely a better resource. So that will be the primary source of communication. Everything will go through there. via email. Please download the app, make sure the players have the app. Because as it comes to game times, practices, cancellations, if it's urgent stuff, a lot of times we'll email, of course, but if it's a cancellation or something urgent, there will be notifications that will go out via the app through the chat function as well on there. My main goal is to just keep everyone as informed as possible and make sure that the communication is clear and that everyone knows what's going on and where we need to be when. So when those practice schedules, game schedules, tournament schedules get solidified, obviously they'll all go into TeamSnap. I'll do my best to get the exact locations in there, make sure that they're not mapping us to some cornfield out in the middle of nowhere so that we know where we're going, and make sure we can figure that out. So that will all be put in there. Please do me a favor too, when you get a minute to go into TeamSnap, because I know as they transitioned, from TeamSnap last summer to Sports Engine back to TeamSnap, everything got taken out of there. So a lot of it is in there from a contact standpoint, but we still need to get headshots of the players in there, the jersey numbers. So if you could please go in and add your players, headshots and jersey numbers. Make sure your contact information is up to date. You'll notice too, when you put in your contact information, you can put in a cell phone and get the option for receiving text messages. So we may also use that for last minute notifications, and just make sure that that's up to date. I think I have most people's medical release forms from last season. I haven't gone through and double checked that, but at this point, there's no need for you to complete those and send them to me. I'll go through and contact you on a one-on-one basis if I need those, because I know that the forms through USA Soccer that we filled out last year said they only need to be filled out once until the player turns 18 years old. So we should be good to go on those. The only thing I may need is, depending on the tournament that we do, some tournaments have their own specific medical release forms, and we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. I do have all the player cards, so I'll be getting those laminated, and we'll have those as we need them throughout the season. We won't need them for our regular TCSL games, but we will need them potentially for certain tournaments. So yeah, TeamSnap's going to be where it's at for communication, and we'll be sure we get those done. How do you add the jersey numbers? Someone asked. Let's see here. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen and can show you really quick. Let's see, share screen. So if you just go to the roster, are you guys all seeing my screen?
Yep.
And then if you go to your player, Paige always loves the pictures I put in here. She always changes them on me. So if you just go into your player and click edit member, and if you scroll down, where was it?
At the bottom.
Was it at the bottom? Yep, at the bottom. You just put in the number there and then click save. Did that help? I think that's all I had, Rachel. Pretty straightforward. It helps that most people have been in the we played before, so it's kind of all the same, right?
Absolutely. Yeah, and like I said, this is just an overview meeting of the spring and the summer. So as more comes along and as we get into spring and summer, everyone will be updated right away with everything that's coming. So, but yeah, if you
we'll be sure to get the practice schedules in there right away and the game schedules. Just know that if I do put the game schedules in there on March 18th or 19th, that they won't be finalized until April 1st through the reschedule period. So April 1, once April 1 hits, the game schedule will be set in stone, barring any weather cancellations or whatever.
Does anyone have any questions or anything so far?
Thanks for being manager again, Chad. Appreciate it.
You're welcome.
And you said this, I think, but what league are we in? Is it TCSL in the
Yep.
state?
Yep. And Angela, if I need help, I might call on you. You did so awesome last year.
Absolutely. And I may have copies. I kept it in a folder of their the release forms too, so I can get those to you. And if you need help doing any lamination, I became a pro at it. So
Awesome. Appreciate it.
thanks.
But yeah, otherwise that's all I got for you guys today. It's nice to see your faces and be able to put names to the faces, especially for the parents who I do not know. But we'll definitely get to know each other more throughout the season. I know I'm only there with the girls on Mondays, which is unfortunate just with my schedule for my full-time job. But yeah, the more the spring comes, I'll be there. So feel free to email me, call me, text me with any questions, and same with Chad. And yeah, once we know more too, we'll let you guys know right away. So otherwise, you guys are free to go. You're welcome.
Thank you.
All right, thanks.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.